All right, now the guest with us in the studios to discuss this issue in further detail would like to welcome first Aziz Musbau Olumuyiwa, is the Director, Agribusiness and Marketing, Federal Ministry of Agriculture, here with us in the Abuja studios.
Aziz, good morning.
Pleasure to have
you.
Good
morning, Nigeria. It's my afternoon.
All right. Also here with us is Architect Kabir Ibrahim, Vice President of Farmers Association of Nigeria.
Good morning, Nigerians.
Okay.
And we also have with us Sufyan Sanusi Koroma. He is a country rep, Food and Agricultural Organization of the UN to Nigeria and ECOWAS. Thank you very much for joining us this morning.
Good morning, Nigeria.
And also joining us via Skype is a regular on Good Morning Nigeria. He's Professor Abba Gambo. He's an agri-consultant, Nigeria Governors Forum. Thank you very much, Prof, for joining us on the program this morning.
Good morning, Nigeria.
Let's bring in Sufyan Koroma, who is the representative in country of the Food and Agriculture Organization. What is the reading of the FAO of the food security situation in Nigeria?
Thank you very much. Let me just add one dimension to what Aziz and Professor Gambo mentioned in terms of food security is the issue of stability. Because with the 3 A's, the access, the affordability, and there is also the utilization aspect. But the food has to be stable in its flow so that at least those price spikes that you mentioned and all the reasons could be that is what makes food affordable when there is a constant flow. But really, the theme of this year's World Food Day is actually healthy diets for a zero hunger world, which goes broadly beyond just food security, which is we've been talking here. It looks at the nutritional aspect in a safe, sufficient, and diverse food for healthy life and minimize the risk of disease. And this is, we can have as much food as we want, but if that food is not healthy, it is a problem. This is the problem now we face. In Nigeria, we are seeing that obesity, there's about 7% obesity in adults.
Really?
1 in 3 children are stunted, and 48% of women of reproductive age are anemic. So these are very, very alarming statistics that we need to look at. So the quality of the food we eat and how we eat it is critical, and this is what this World Food Day is all about. How we make sure we eat healthy. We can have all the cassava, all the yam, all the other products, but if they are not healthy. Yesterday we were in a book fair and there was a stand on aflatoxin that affects maize and groundnuts. As a matter of fact, the person there was saying because of this aflatoxin, Nigeria lost its comparative advantage in groundnuts. And the verdict is that Nigeria is losing $670 million annually in export revenue because of this disease. Now we have a problem of fall armyworm, which affects maize. Yes. And we in FAO, we have worked with the government here. We have tried to address it in 12 states. But there is a need to take it beyond that. Fall armyworm is going to cost several hundred millions of dollars because maize is not only a food crop, it is also animal feed. It is also an industrial crop. So these are the challenges that we are facing now. Nigeria is producing significant amount of food. The government has done significantly well, especially in the area of rice. And I see there is a drive for the type of policies. I mean, my friend Kabiru said we are adopting limited protectionism. I mean, that is very interesting. But it is important that I saw that the farmers are advocating for this. So in essence, there is food, but it has to meet those 3 A's and the stability aspect that is being. But the nature of World Food Day today is about healthy diets. It's about paying attention to the food we eat, how we eat it, and where it comes from.
Well, thank you very much, Sufyan Koroma. You talked about the theme of the FAO. That's understandable, getting a balanced diet. But getting a balanced diet, Professor Gambo already listed the quadrant that you will have for you to have a balanced diet. And here, you've also indicated that 1 in 3 children in Nigeria are stunted.
Yes.
And that the quality of the food that we get and how we also eat, there are challenges for us. I want Professor Abagambo says on food security, the government needs to do more. It should look at the programs of Dr. Akin, that will be Akinwumi Adesina, the former Minister of Agriculture, and continue from where he stopped. Politics should be removed from agricultural programs.
All right, those are the tweets that we have right now. Very quickly, just as we come to an end on the program this morning, let's get your closing thoughts. Sufyan Koroma, what do you... As you speak to the challenges that we have in terms of food security, as to the theme for this year in terms of have people, getting to eat balanced diets, not just eating.
Well, I think all has been said. The link between what Professor Gambo said and healthy diets is very clear. First of all, we need to have availability and affordability. Affordability is critical here. But for healthy diets, you need knowledge, and you need proper scientific advice. So there is a role for all stakeholders. There is a role for the government to harmonize and streamline its legislation. It should be clear what the Ministry of Agriculture, the Ministry of Trade, the Ministry of Health, what the SON is doing, what NAFDAC is doing. These all needs to be harmonized so that we get a consistent policy that would be an enabler with incentives to the farmers and knowledge to them on how to produce nutritious food.
All right.
Thank you very much, Koroma. And the closing thoughts of